Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So this is a weekly reading for the Divine Feminine for the week of September 13th to September 20th. And it is the full moon in Pisces. Obviously, I'm recording this a couple days before, but happy full moon, Divine Feminine. I love you guys. So we'll just jump straight into the message. So for the weekly lesson, I have the Six of Swords. So obviously this card is about transition and change and kind of letting go of the past. It is moving from crazy water energy to calm waters. So yeah, letting go. Just keep that in mind because it makes more sense as I keep going. So for the obstacles with this lesson, I have Seven of Pentacles. And then I have the Hanged Man. So what I'm seeing that is being transitioned or letting go is a level of patience. I was very, very picking much up on that. These are kind of like creative ideas or business ventures that aren't really going the way you planned for them or the way you want them to. And I say that because the Seven of Pentacles is all about seeds, planting those seeds and being patient with them. And the Hangman is at a standstill. But as you can see, as he's hanging, there's a ring of enlightenment and he's being fed water from the woman. So there's a nourishing that comes with that waiting. But that's kind of what I'm seeing is with the Six of Swords is that there's needing to be a release of impatience and moving away from impatient tendencies and getting back into that vibration of, I already planted the seeds. They're there and my garden will grow regardless. And as those seeds are growing, the Hangman energy kind of brings you into this, well, while that's going on and doing its own thing, I can be sitting here being channeled new ideas and new creative adventures and new ways to go about different areas of my life. Or it can also be enlightenment based on self-worth, maybe internal work instead. Like as your business is growing, you're planting new seeds of self-love. So it can be seen as kind of either or. So how to face these obstacles, we have the Queen of Pentacles. And then we have the Ace of Cups. Sorry, my cards are like the Ace of Cups, which I love this card so much. It makes me so happy. I'm just like, I literally like feel my heart chakra open when I pull this card. So obviously the obstacles okay, back it up. Transitioning from impatience, right? Learning patience because the seeds are going to grow regardless. We already manifested and planted that shit, so it's going to flourish regardless. And then just being patient and allowing new ideas, new thoughts to come into our awareness and whatever have you. But in that process, we have to be grounded because the Queen of Pentacles has her shit together. So while we're focusing on, the career to take off that we really want, or the seeds to grow into our beautiful garden, we can be focusing on something else that brings us income or stability, or something else that nourishes us even. Because the Ace of Cups is that nourishment energy. So what makes your heart full? What makes you feel safe and secure? What makes you feel grounded and stable, but yet just overflowing with joy and gratitude and love. So I also correlate Queen of Pentacles to kind of like the Empress energy. She reminds me a lot of that with a beautiful garden, her shit's together. So while everything else is manifesting, you can be focused on self-love. You can be focused on grounding yourself, having connections that feel stable, relationships with friends, family, things like that. I also really feel like, because I'm being drawn to this rabbit, which is all about fertility, obviously. So we know fertility, but birthing new things, birthing relationships that are going to be meaningful and have that overflow of joy and appreciation, focusing on your relationship with yourself, birthing new creative ideas, after this hangman energy, because it's enlightenment, allowing those things to come into your awareness about maybe what's another creative idea that you can tie along with your business that you're trying to get kicked off. What creative projects can you possibly birth with a lover or with, a friend or something in that nature? So then for the outcome, and it's funny because literally we got this card in the same place the Divine Masculine got it, the High Priestess. So I'll say the same thing. I definitely feel like this Pisces full moon this Friday is all about that, is all about this High Priestess energy. It's about asking the right questions and getting the right answers, or open-mindedness to receiving those answers. And then we have the Five of Wands as well, which we also got in their reading too. So for the Divine Masculine's reading, because I do kind of feel that message is needed to be said here as well, it is about asking the right questions. So asking, why do I feel so impatient? Because I feel this Five of Wands energy is impatience with maybe versions of yourself, is kind of what I'm getting. As if like all these people sitting around are all other versions of who you already are. So why do you feel like you're racing against the... Okay, let me try to figure out how to say this without losing you guys. Okay. Because the Five of Wands energy is competition. So we have a version of ourselves in our mind that has already achieved everything that we're working for, right? So the garden's already full. We're already in our Empress or Queen of Pentacles energy. We're already that bitch. How is our money together? Traveling the world, family, whatever your highest version of your life looks like. That's one aspect of yourself, right? That's like the goal. But then once you get to the goal, there's another version of yourself, because you have to keep going. Once you get to the end of a finish line, there's another start to another race. This can also be another version of yourself that you're trying to move away from. You're trying to move away from the version of yourself that was stuck in survival mode, that hasn't been able to explore the life that you really want. So I hope that gives a broad enough example. But basically, it's kind of competing with all these different timeline versions of yourself. The idea of who you want to be, who you are, who you have been, in all the little areas in between of who you are. So asking yourself that, because that's really where the impatience comes from, right? We want to be at the end of our goal already so badly that in the midst of sitting here thinking about the future and the future version of ourselves that we want, we miss the enjoyment of who we already are right now. And that's kind of what needs to be tapped into during this full moon, is asking that question, why do I have such a hard time being patient and being present? Because to enjoy life right now, we have to be present and grounded. And that's what the Queen of Pentacles energy is. So that's that enjoying the moment right now, enjoying that Ace of Cups, that overflow of what is so good about this moment. Is it something as simple as just a breath of air? The fact that we have such an abundance of it? Is it the fact that your fridge is full? Is it the fact that you can take a bath if you would choose to? Is it, your relationships are fulfilling? Like, whatever that looks like in this moment, what is making you full? Enjoy that. Don't worry about the future. Don't worry about the Seven of Pentacles and the Hangman, because you're going to get there regardless. It's already written in the stars. It's your destiny. So there's no reason to compete with these timelines of yourself. Because nobody else has a timeline for you. Nobody else has you on a schedule. So just enjoy the ride. And that's what this is all about, is releasing that impatience, releasing that lack of presence in your daily life. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, because the High Priestess is the holder of keys. She's the holder of all the secrets of the universe. So, like I said, very similar to the Divine Masculine's reading, asking yourself those kind of questions that may be a little bit harder. either to come up with a question or maybe hard to receive the answer. But regardless, tapping into that energy by doing a bath meditation, meditating, regularly journaling, or, you know, whatever that may look like for you during this full moon in Pisces. But tapping into that and being open-minded to the answers coming up for you. Yeah. So then I also did pull 2 cards from my Cosmic Oracle deck, and it just was spot on. So the first card I pulled was Intuition. That's that High Priestess energy and full moon energy, and then Mother Earth. So literally that's our Queen of Pentacles right there. That grounding, that needing to be present, that unconditional love, that connection to Earth. Because when we connect to that, that's when we're alive. That's when we're solid and safe and secure. And just using your intuition, like I said, different forms of meditation, you know, doing yoga or taking a nap or whatever that may look like for you for this full moon in Pisces, using your intuition to lead you and to guide you into doing the right things that will nourish your soul, that will connect you to the earth. You know, and just using these 2 energies and Mother Earth's intuition. You know, when we connect back to Mother Earth, we're connecting to our natural intuition because it's of everything. It's of our home, it's of the universe, it's of all. So, yeah, I really enjoyed this reading, actually. Yeah, I like that a lot. So yeah, I am still available for tarot and oracle readings. I will keep my price list below, and I'm also available for distance Reiki sessions. If you are drawn to get a reading from me or a distance Reiki session, feel free to DM me or email me on any social media accounts. I'll leave all my information below. And yeah. So I hope the Divine Feminine has a gorgeous week ahead of themselves and a beautiful full moon in Pisces. And I will see you guys next week. Bye.